here. Got here. And let's find a place to take a nap. Okay, well, that's a garage. We won't be able to do that. Oh boy. Got 2 hours to get a nap. Guess that'll work. How much gas we got? I don't know. Well. Hey, cats, jeez. Hello, Mad Cats. Mad Slash. Oh, God. Okay. Mad Cat tax, I mean, well, not really going to work out too well because camera not working out too well. I just spent the last 40 minutes screaming at my computer trying to get it to work at all. And for the first half hour of that, thank you, enormous boss. You're not crony. What's going on? But, for the first half hour of... Nice differential lock and gauge. How'd that happen? Oh, crap. Wrong button. God dang it. Come on. Oh, that's it. Where's my diff lock? Come on. Come on. Betsy, what are you doing to me? Vehicle malfunction. I'm just trying to drive here, okay?
Oh, now that shouldn't be.
I'm trying to figure this out. What's going on here? Oh, come on. Hello, Jack. How am I? Not so good. What's the feeling for this? I have no idea. Oh, come on. I am shifting into... You son of a... Oh, what are the cats doing now? Oh, it was green for a bit there. I had to go sometime. Everything is not good. Well, what's wrong with my truck that I need to take it to service that it won't even start right? Rumor about a new Echo game. Well, that's kind of awesome. But yeah, I got all kinds of... Like, I spent a half hour trying to get my computer to work right with the webcam alone. Because, well, I was trying to start OBS, and I was trying to start it with my webcam, of course, as you do. And the webcam just wasn't coming on. So I'd go in and I'd tell it, hey, deactivate and reactivate webcam, like whatever, like, just get it to function. And it was like, yeah, no, I ain't doing that. So you can press these and I'll tell you it's deactivated and reactivating all day long, but nothing's happening. So, Echo Complete. Well, that sounds more like a compilation. But I hope it's a continuation. What was I saying? The dang webcam. So I just straight up unplugged it and plugged it back in, and when I did that, Windows Defender Firewall goes apeshit and is screaming that there's problems and it can't figure out how to fix them, and I'm gonna have to do some kind of recovery on the computer to try and get it to work again. I unplugged the webcam and it came back on just fine. Stop complaining about anything. I plugged the webcam back in, suddenly Windows Defender Firewall losing its shit, saying that there's some horrible, unsolvable problem, and I have to do some kind of destructive recovery in order to fix it. So, yeah, no webcam today. Then, on top of that wasn't enough. I had problems with the microphone, And I was going in, and it's like I had the headset plugged into the microphone, and when I do that, sometimes when I turn on OBS, it's there like, hey, your microphone doesn't microphone because we don't understand things. So I'm like, ugh. Same brand as the as a webcam, come to think of it. So, get out of the truck. What the hell are you doing here? Ugh. Okay. Now let's see. Well, we got to get to a garage. There were garages around here. I saw something. There we go. That should work. Don't tell me that I got... It's the dang parking brake being stupid again. Well, it's not the parking brake, it's the damn... The air brakes have a leak or something, and I stay... When I get back... Guys, I gotta get back in the lane! Whatever happened to truckers, like, unity? Okay, I think we got the air stuff figured out. Hello, Tristan. You're going bad. It's gone better. It's gone better. Want to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie yesterday? Went to see it yesterday. Liked it? Okay, that's good. Sir, speed limit's 80 here. Sir, speed limit's 80. Sir, speed limit is 8. Okay. I hit. Oh, that was a fireman. Well, at least the emergency services have already arrived. Oh. Go. Yeah, so my microphone wasn't microphoning. So I did what would usually work before on that and turned off OBS, unplugged the headset from the microphone, and then turned on OBS to see if then the microphone would work, and then I'd be able to plug in the headset to the microphone and everything would work the way it's supposed to. Well, not today, son, not today. It's decided, no, I'm not going to work. And so I go into my sound settings to see, like, okay, did the default microphone get messed with? Thank you for the Prime sub, Enos. Thank you. Been a long time. Sorry to be absent these 2 months. Sorry to be absent these 2 weeks on my part. Following comics creator streams did back on his last game. Okay, nice. Yeah, so I was getting the microphone, I was trying to get the microphone figured out, and I went into my sound settings, and everything was set properly. It was supposed to be, my default microphone was supposed to be the microphone I was actually using. So I'm there like, okay, what gives? So I go in, and I try and change it to something else and change it back, see if that'll reset whatever the problem is. And it's like, yeah, no, it's not. Screw you. So, ended up having to grab a USB to TRRS auxiliary cable adapter, plug that into the front of my computer, plug the headset into that instead of the TRSS plug in on the back of the microphone, reset the whole damn thing again, and then it's, quote unquote working. Like, yes, I'm here, I'm streaming, you can hear me, still can't fucking see me, but what are we supposed to do about that when the computer is just consistently insisting that if I have my webcam plugged in, and on, it's some kind of major problem that must be my computer must be shut down. We have to try and diagnose this, and we can't diagnose it, and you're gonna have to delete everything and format all your drives to try and fix the problem. It's like, and don't tell me that when I am oh so close to finishing my goddamn visual novel. And for those of you somehow who are here who have missed this detail in the longest of times, I am not talking about reading one. I have to fucking catch in every light, I swear. Enjoying the movie reviews coming back more regularly? Thanks for finding time for that. Well, that's the other thing that fucked up. Might have noticed last Wednesday, this previous Wednesday, there was no movie review. Now, there is a reason for that. The reason is the same reason why I'll be getting a copyright strike in a couple days. And it's really annoying, considering the fact that this has to be the review I am the proudest of, that I have poured the most blood, sweat, and tears into. It is by far the longest. Mauler's gonna be happy. And I got hit by the copyrights claim, so I was like, that was expected. But then to be hit with a takedown notice afterwards is like, you fucking serious? That is one of those takedown notices where it's the way it works with YouTube now, where it's like, we'll give you a week to just delete your video, turn tail, and run, and apologize for anything. Retract your dispute, but you'll never be allowed to dispute again if you do, and, you know, all that crap. And so, yeah. I'm like, okay, no, you just gotta wait the week to get the strike, to then tell them, okay, you're so damn sure, please take me to court. At which point, they won't, and I can finally put the fucking video up. The End of Oak Street. I can't say I've heard of that. I gotta be watching more newer movies, though, because I'm pretty sure that would help my channel a lot. And, you know, at the end of the day, it is still kind of a business, so... yeah, kind of. Okay, what do we got coming out of Nuremberg? Hey, bring an excavator up, the 28-ton excavator up to Estonia, drop it off at Tartu. Could do that. Probably the best job we got. Yeah. An hour and 47 minutes to pick it up. Oh, God, we gotta do some Texas trucking. Yeah, I'm at nearest service. Don't worry about that. Gotta figure. 14 minutes? Okay, so we're good. We'll get there. It's right over. It's right over here. We don't have to worry about the Texas trucking. Okay. Sir? Sir! What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey. Like, that was also part of the reason why I reviewed what I did, is it is a newer movie, it is more topical, it is more relevant. And also, I might have been the best on YouTube movie critic to frickin' review this. It's the Borderlands movie review. And y'all know I'm a gamer and a half. Like, there's a lot of Borderlands movie reviews on YouTube, and most of them open with people saying that either they aren't gamers, or they are, but they, you know, they don't really care for Borderlands, it's not really their thing. I play the fuck out of Borderlands! So not only am I a professional film critic, it is what I do as a profession, but I am well fucking versed in Borderlands. Don't have to do no goddamn research. Like, well, I mean, I guess if it had anything to do with Tales from the Borderlands, I'd have to do some research. But other than that... There's no clickable button? You feel like you're going crazy? Oh God, I can't remember. When's the... I need to spend my Prime subs on someone. It's bound to have been so long that I lost... The Prime sub expired, so... I'm trying to remember exactly how it works. I feel like it's like you go to sub, and then there's a checkbox for use Prime sub. That should be it, I think. Unless they changed it. Talking about reviewing a movie, did watch an obscure movie that I don't understand the script, his universe, his environment, his characters, and his OST with Bruce Campbell in it. It's called Alien Apocalypse. It resonates Ash reversing the movie, Battlefield Earth. Free on YouTube. Jay, I need to Discord if you're curious. Okay, I am curious. You piqued my curiosity, and then you're going to ask that question. You know, like, hey, Ash, well, it's Bruce Campbell. Ash versus Evil Dead. Alien Apocalypse, Battlefield Earth. What do you think? Does that pique your interest? It's like, what doesn't? What doesn't in that? At no point did you say something that I'm not interested in. The toggle said there's no button to confirm past that point. No choice to sub if you didn't use it and actually paid. Completely lost. It doesn't let you. Yeah, you gotta... It's like, as long as it's not saying, okay, confirm your credit card details or something like that. As long as you're saying, like, the lowest tier, which I think is what the Prime sub is, like, a tier 1 sub. Tier 1 is the lowest, right? Pretty sure. And say use Prime sub. That should be enough, I think. Oh, crap. Okay, where is... There it is. Gonna have ourselves a big ol' heavy boy. Put Betsy to work. Oh, I was not aware of that, Jack. It shouldn't have been. Because it's supposed to be set up in a specific way so that doesn't happen. But I guess the latest OBS update messed with that. Well, let me see. Do. It's not supposed to... The way it's set is it's not supposed to do that. And, oh, I know what the problem is. I know what I did wrong. There we go. There it is.
But it was all just a dream!
That's right. It was all just a dream. Okay, what the problem is a very simple one. I had been using OBS to record some stuff for the Borderlands review, and in doing so, I used the audio output capture source, but I forgot to turn that off, which means that the audio output capture was being sent to YouTube. I should just set that so it doesn't go to YouTube ever, so I can avoid this problem. Because that's what I got with Spotify, is the Spotify music goes to Twitch, and it does not go to YouTube, and it also does not go to the Twitch VODs. So it's just a little gray area. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Let's have a gray area that everyone else fucking has anyway. But yeah, it's not supposed to go to YouTube. And I was like, oh shit. indie RE clone called The Killing Antidote. I think I've seen a little bit of people playing it. It's on Steam, and you play a sexy lady killing zombies. Oh yeah, that's definitely the one I've been seeing. I remember I played a shitty RE clone on Nintendo Switch way back in the day. Not on stream or for a video or anything, I just played it. And I remember having a lot of fun with that, so... A nice one with a smexy lady, I can't fault that. Speaking of smexy ladies, I hope to... I'm so close to finishing my visual novel, but it's still gonna take at least a couple of months, and it's like, it's driving me nuts. Well, at least a month. I gotta finish the rough draft effectively, and then I gotta send it for approval from Steam. And then after that, I need to... not after, but during that, I'm gonna be working on the... polishing up the writing and fixing all the typos and just changing a few things around here and there as I'm like, yeah, this can work here, that'll work there, there we go, there. Chatted on the movie review Discord? Okay. Nice, thank you. Whoa! Hey, we got 50 hours to deliver. 27 hours estimated time, 9 hours till we gotta sleep. Okay, we oh, Jesus! Okay. Ah, damn it. We're good. We're fine. This is kind of tight European corners.
And the body count rises.
That it did. That it did.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
And well, you don't got the camera. You don't see me drinking. Haha. I can have my beers in peace now. None the wiser. Some people say that the reason that the light goes from red to yellow to green in Europe is because European drivers tend to have more manuals. It is the time needed to shift into gear, but that doesn't really make sense to me because I drive a manual, and in America I just sense when the light is going to go from red to green, and I shift then. Like, is that not what everyone else does? Do you not, after sitting in the light for a while, say to yourself, okay, it's going to turn green any second now, and you just get ready? Like, even in an automatic, you don't need to get it into gear or anything, but... Have I played RE9? No, but, Poltergimp, my fiancée, she's been streaming RE9. Well, recently she's been streaming Mouse PI, but... She's also been streaming RE9, and she wants to finish that. Wish you could drive a manual? Well, no time like the present to learn, Jack. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be when I started, but after getting the hang of it, it's like, okay, I understand now. Didn't get married yet, what's the date? Well, the date is whenever the hell I have enough money to actually be able to do it without, you know... It's one of the little problems where, because Bolter is disabled, like the GIMP is not just for show, if we were to get married, there's a lot of benefits she would lose, so I need to be able to actually afford that, and I'm not. But in the government's eyes, I am, so... It's kind of like the thing where if someone's on welfare, them getting a job is often made harder because the jobs that are available they'll lose their welfare benefits and they'll end up making less money after getting the job. The lack of an actual gradient system there keeps people in welfare instead of having them feel like getting a job is any benefit at all, because quite frankly, generally, especially at first, it's not. You have common law marriage there? Yes, that's why I have to keep referring to her as my fiancée. If I'm gonna go around start calling her my wife and she calls me her husband and everyone is just like, yeah, that's just kind of how it is, then that's common law marriage, and she loses her benefits. So that's why I very, very insistently keep referring to her as my fiancée. I can't even call her my wife, because fuck you. You don't get that. You're not allowed to. But yeah, just having a simple gradient like, hey, oh, you have a job now? Well, you'll make less in welfare, but the amount of money you're making in the job more than makes up for that. And up until you're getting paid more and more and more, until eventually you get to the point where it's like, okay, you're not going to get any welfare benefits anymore after this point. But at that point, you are making considerably more than you ever were on welfare, so you don't mind losing all of the benefits. Uh-oh. Shit. These clover leaves are all set up all like assholes with all these railings everywhere. Like, I want to do some Texas trucking here. Why do they gotta set up like assholes? Damn it, I was hoping that was a spot I could do a UE on. There's just no spot for a U-turn. Oy. Picked a great place to miss my exit. Looks like here's my new exit. Take the right and then the left, because we don't want to go right, we want to go left, and that will turn us around. But in order to do that, we gotta turn right. But not right. We gotta turn right and then left from right. Right? I wouldn't know anything about that, far-fetched. I'm just concerned about Texas stuff. I'm trying to impress the Japanese on Twitter, who seem to really like steaks. I'm like, okay. Steak wa osuku da yo. 美味しいですね。I have not decided on the summer special this year. Oh, brakes. You Americans have huge penis. So big American penis. Our penis is small, especially. Oh, what was the name of his assistant? I can't remember. His penis so very small, so small. They're just saying that that man doesn't really have a small penis. Oh. Though I do wonder what the Japanese think of Watashi wa Star. I mean, I'm not exactly the target audience, but it kind of drives me a little bit nuts listening to it simply because I know just enough Japanese that it's like I know exactly what it means, and it's just that there's a contrast in it that I don't think is intended. Well, you got the duet going there, like "Okane kasegu, amae wa star," and the lady kicks in like "Okane kasegu, watashi wa star." Stop. But it shouldn't be too surprising. It's not exactly the most cerebral of lyrics. Okane kasegu, making money. Amae wa star, you're a star. Okane kasegu, making money. Watashi wa star, I'm a star. And yes, star in Japanese is hoshi, not sta, but sta is still it's still recognizable and it works, and it's like the way that Americans say star, and like it's cool because of that. And it means like specifically like a movie star or just a big star. Not necessarily a hoshi. Kind of like Americans will say katana and kimono. These are Japanese words. Katana just means sword. Kimono is literally wear thing. Like, that's what kimono means. A wearing thing. Tabemono is an eat thing. It's food. Tabemono. A drink is a drink thing. Nomimono. When you're asking what kind of thing something is, that's donamono. Do more cooking demos? I mean, it'd be fun. I'd like to. I just really want a steak, honestly. And it's like my review of God Raga versus King Oga. Yeah, not necessarily. Was it God Raga versus King Oga? No, it was. Oh no, what the hell was the one that I? So someone saw War of the Ninja Monsters. And my Japanese, like I had plenty of holes in it. It wasn't 100% accurate on everything, but I still like the few jokes I got in there, like. あなたの舌はどうですか? Ah, fuck, I'm running out of fuel. Oh, that's what I forgot to check. Oh, jeez. Okay. That detour didn't help. But, oh, you saw that, Tristan? Do you know what あなたの舌はどのですか? You know what that means? Waiting for you to tell me. So I know, trying to learn Indonesian. Okay, close enough. Anata, you, no. The following belongs to the previous. Shitagi. Underwear. Wa is the subject of what I'm talking about. Donna, what kind of, mono, thing. Des, it is, ka, what. What kind of underwear are you wearing? あなたの舌はどのものですか? Whoa! Okay, that could have been bad. Did a little wheelie there. I was also surprised that one thing that didn't go wrong before starting the stream is when I started this game up and I did not have to fix the graphics settings. Like every previous time it was like, it reset the scaling to 300%. This time it was like, yeah, you're good. Euro 58. it's a heavy boy. Whew. Whoa! Okay. Oh, that's fine, Annabis. Whew. I just happen to be streaming again, but that's just... Things have been so nutsos in the butsos. It's just been... It's kind of the problem where I had the... I had set up my schedule really well. Honestly. I had things set to where I was able to get as much done as possible in the time frame, and it wasn't bad. But the problem is, when you're doing things that tight, you don't really have time for that much to go wrong. So when everything goes wrong all at once, suddenly everything is falling apart. And one of the things I'm spending the most time doing for the last few days, like, even though I didn't get the review out, and I still need to get a review ready for next week, and I'm going to have the strike and all those things to worry about, I haven't really been working on the next review because it's been so long that things have been so hell that I didn't have nearly as much writing done on the visual novel as I wanted. Everything was going great and was on schedule up until the last couple of weeks. And so the last few days I've just been writing. And it feels really good to get back to writing. I am so close to the end of that visual novel, and as soon as I get enough polished up to be able to send it in to Steam for a final review, that will be a huge thing towards having an actual release date that I can put up and say, hey, here it is. Of course, then I also still have to work on my marketing and like try and get the word out a bit better, like, hey, Kamonako means you naughty. Doesn't always fit, so I'm starting to understand what it means, really. Yeah, that is one thing. It's like, there's how things are explained in a translation sense, and then there's what that actually means. And those things can be very different. And again, a lot of people, like, who speak English don't necessarily understand what the English words they say mean at their heart, but they just know how to use them. And I feel like probably there's plenty of people who speak Indonesian or Japanese who are much the same way. Like, they don't necessarily think about the linguistics of their language, they just know it.
He was probably just nutsos in the butsos.
Yeah, that too. 4 hours till we gotta take a napsies. But, like, one of the things, people translate as really is the Japanese phrase honto desu ka? And the way it is used can mean that, but the makeup of what it consists of? Oh, for fuck's sake. Brakes! Ah, jeez. Like hon, body, to, spot, or hit, like, hon, to. Des, it is. Ka, is it. But also there's honto desu ne and honto da yo. Desu ne is you are saying that you think so, but you're also kind of not 100%. You're looking for a little bit of confirmation, like, I think that's what you mean, but do you? But, this, honto desu and honto desu da yo? Honto desu is just, yeah, that is, like, boom, got it. And honto da yo is, you're damn right, effectively. To say something with dayo is... I like to say things in dayo just because it kind of comes naturally to me, trying to with the way I speak and with the Japanese I know. Dayo is just... It's very casual but very sure of itself. So yeah, of course that's how the hell I speak. So where many would put out a honto desu ne, I give a honto da yo. Been a long time, didn't use your Decker dollars? Yeah. I gotta make more. Having some nice movie references and clips really works. Really works. It helps to bridge the gap of the gaming channel, the Twitch channel, and the movie reviews. It's like, hey, is that Decker Shado guy? Hey, what's he do? Oh yeah, he talks about movies all the fucking time. Oh yeah. What's he do when he talks about movies? I don't know, he usually talks about games when he's talking about movies. What the fuck is with this guy? What is he, nuts? Honto da yo. They use ing sound a lot. It hurts your throat to make the sound correctly. I don't know what that sound is in Indonesian. Japanese is, of course, like, it's interesting because it uses some different sounds than English, but also it doesn't use nearly as many sounds as English. There's a lot of sounds in English that do not have a Japanese counterpart. Like, everyone knows that, you know, instead of L and R, there's just a ra in Japanese. It's, it's sort of in between from your rarerurero, excuse me, rarerurero. Those are the ways you can say it. That sound is, it ends in a vowel. That's the way the language works. They have the full set there in the hiragana and katakana, whereas rarerurero. Reading it in a standard Romanized palatalization with an English pronunciation would be rari-ru-re-ro, which is absolutely not correct. But I also found it interesting because a lot of people say, like, when it comes to des, you don't pronounce the U, but that's not how I see it. Because, like, the des in the in des is s, which I see is the S set in the Japanese syllabary is sashiseso or sashiseso. It's not really su. It can be su, like suika, but if it ends by itself, it's s. But the way it ends, it's like, in my ears, I hear a difference between s and s. Am I crazy? So, to say that there's no, the U is just for show at the end of des, I'm like, no it isn't. It definitely affects the sound of this. It's s, not s. It's... There's many differences between s and s. Don't make me have to write it on a board for you. it's like the difference between su and su. There's a definite difference between su and su. You have the T sound at the start of su, but you don't at the start of su. You hear me? So, like, you wouldn't say suika. That doesn't sound right. That sounds crazy. Like, maybe there is a word out there called suika, but the one we're thinking of is suika, which doesn't have the su sound. It has the su sound. Americans are so bad at the sound in Japan that Japan has to accept it our bad sound and accept it as in tsunami. It's not how we hear it at all. If I don't, yeah, tsunami. Not tsunami, tsunami. Or tsunami. I'm still pronouncing the rest of it like English. I'm sorry, I've heard tsunami so many times in my life. I got the tsu right, but the rest of it is still a lost cause. So I could probably turn on the one good thing about these. Well, these are some pretty good headphones here, but let me see. There we go, power on. Low battery, please recharge. I said, okay, never mind. Power off. We're using it just aux power. But it's like when you set out to learn Japanese, a lot of times, like, it's like a lot of vocabulary lessons, which do help, but they are very incomplete. Like, I learned the word komogiko, and it's like, that's flour. And I'm like, komogiko is flour. What the fuck? And how is Miss Poulter? Miss Poulter has been doing fine. She streamed a bit of the mouse game the other day, Mouse PI. She's been doing that lately. She's been wanting to get back into Resi. So, hey, it looks like we should probably sleep now. I have to say, when the hell is it going to be like, oh yeah, here you are, you parked? Okay. But it wasn't until I started, like, working on learning kanji and stuff that I actually understood komogiko. As, komogiko is just komugi. Wait, mugi, of course, you know. Mugi is just like a barley wheat. Or buckwheat. What is it? Barley? Well, mugi is a term for a large wheat-ish kind of thing. Komugi is the way the Japanese describe what the English would call wheat. It's like small baby mugi, komugi. And the final ko there, komugi ko, is like powder. So it's powdered small mugi. Komugiko. flower, you know. Obviously. Okay. I do still wish I had more time to work on my Japanese, but it's like I've got my fingers in so many damn pies right now. It's like I've been keeping up on the reviews, which is great. YouTube still doesn't like me, which sucks. But the latest review is really awesome, and I think it'll do really well, which is great. But YouTube is doing doing the most it can to make sure that will never happen, which sucks. But I still got the visual novel I'm making, which is great. But there are forces working around the world to try and make it so I'm never going to be allowed to make a story about cute girls ever. Which sucks. That's kind of Convent Chronicles doing Anthony Watson. And yeah, I'm writing the last chapter right now. Like, I've had it ready for so long. And I'm sitting here and I'm actually writing things out. All the things are finally coming together, and I'm like, good. Because it's like, I can know what I have to say in a scene, but I'm still sitting there like, what are the absolute best words to use that fit this character, that say what needs to be said to be understood plot-wise, that say even more that can be understood subtext-wise, that speak to all these things going on. What must be said, what doesn't have to be said, what are the best words to use to put these ideas forward. Love how when Japan accepts a new word into their language, they just put a U on the end, such as hinku. Yeah, there's no k sound in Japanese. The k syllabary is kakikuke ko. So they can't say hink. That doesn't really work. Closest is pink. Though I still don't understand roast. Truck. We got 3/4 of a tank of gas. We're well rested. We can just blaze on through. I thought about possibly reaching out to some other creators and doing a special episode to possibly pull in some of their audience. I mean, I've had requests from my audience for the longest time to try and do a crossover with Brandon Tennant. I don't know, though. I always just feel like I need to take care of my own shit, you know? I am more concerned about, like, okay, there's a larger than zero chance that Convent Chronicles Revelation will just not be noticed by anybody. And that's the thing where it's like, like, I mentally prepared myself for everyone hating it, but it would really suck if it's just no one ever even knows it exists. It'll still be nice to be able to say I actually made something, like, big, that speaks to my heart. But I'd also like other people to actually read it. Ah, fuck. Working on a sequel or prequel? Yes. I've got ideas for where the story can go up to. Actually, technically, I have ideas beyond 6 entries, but for the main thing dealing with these characters and their story, it spans 6 entries. So after Convent Chronicles Revelation comes Convent Chronicles Lamentations. And it's like there's a lot that I'm looking at with the way I'm progressing Convent Chronicles, and I'm looking at it like every single one of these entries is some kind of challenge in writing. It's things that I've noticed that people have failed at so often, and I'm like, you don't have to fail at these things. You can do them. You can do them well. Here you go. But there's also things that are just very commonly said, like, don't do this. And I'm like, but you can, and it can work like this. But, I mean, we'll see once Revelation is out. But fuck you! The speeding... You bastard-ass bastards with your bastard asses, I swear, you sons of bitches just setting up cameras and being dickheads and taking all my money. Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
It was 10 kilometers an hour! That's like a brisk walk! Brakes! Okay, we're fine. He didn't mind. Oh, we damaged. So that's why there was a stop sign there. Okay. Okay, Betsy's a little dinged up, but she's fine. We could probably stop and fix up Betsy while we're here. Go! Fuck! The one on the right! But I didn't necessarily originally intend for Wisdom to be the 3rd entry, but when I was looking at the 6-part story that I had floating around, I was like, you know what? The best place for the prequel is as the 3rd entry. It is the best fit. It's the least jarring. It answers the right questions at the right time. And it's just where it should go. And alternatively, you could say maybe it should have been first, but... not really, because a lot of Revelation involves mystery, which you really wouldn't have if Wisdom came first. Oy. 8,000 euro fender bender. Dang it. Man, there's a lot of stuff in Revelation. Revelation isn't necessarily based on any particular thing where I was like, I have to. I feel like I can prove that this can work. Other than just my general frustration with a lot of really shitty storytelling lately. Like, guys, you can make things that don't punish people for paying attention. You can make things where paying attention actually improves the story. You can make things where you can actually like the characters. You can do things that build on themselves and produce spectacle and say something worth saying. Like that's kind of like, I didn't set out to try and make Revelation. It just kind of happened. I don't really know how to explain it other than the fact that I sat down and started putting pictures together, and then I kept putting more and more and more, and I started just having a thorough line of events. And then I showed it to Thick Black Daddy, and he was like, "What the hell are you doing? Making a visual novel?" And then I'm like, that's not a bad idea. And so I've been making a visual novel. Of course, once I sat down to actually tell a story with it instead of just dicking around, it went through, enough changes, enough alterations. Now that's the thing about doing, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like rough drafts, first drafts, doing just little improvements, as it were. Now, like the original story was entirely visual. I didn't write a single word. I just had a hell of a lot of pictures that I put one against one after the other, so that the whole story was told visually from the get-go. And that was a total of 1,234 pictures. Very easy to remember. But the new draft, the rewrite that actually has words to it and actually has people talking and all kinds of actual storyline stuff going on, has 3,809 images. Well, technically it's got closer to like 4,050 or so, but depends on exactly what you count. But I'm thinking of all the stuff I got planned for Lamentations, and it's like, that might end up being bigger. Just because, like, there's the stuff that was, mystery that needed to be unraveled in Revelation will already be unraveled and not need to be unraveled again, so I just gotta figure out how to smartly reinforce these things so that people who have not played through Revelation can still understand the important aspects of the story. Without trying to sit there and act like it's another big, huge revelation again. It's like, no. The big, huge revelation happened in Revelation. Lamentations is where shit hits the fan. And wisdom is when you get to learn some shit. I've got, like, the scene that I'm writing now. Like, a lot of the final chapter of Revelation is not super important for, like, oh, this is something that's gonna just drive the story in major ways. It's like, no, we've already done all of those scenes. This is the payoff. This is the part where everything settles. And one of the other things that I want to do, like, one of the things, the challenge, I think, now that I think of it, the challenge I set out to do in Revelation, it's obvious. Because I had all of these sequels, I had all of these other parts floating around my head. But one thing that I hate is sequel bait. And I hate stories that don't stand on their own. So what I set out to do with Revelation was to make it a story that doesn't need any other parts. It's a complete story, start to finish. And as such, I don't have it spending exorbitant amounts of time setting up things that you shouldn't care about right now because they're not going to be important until later in a different entry or something like that. I just have a story. I was trying to write the thing like, okay, let's assume this is the only one you're ever gonna fucking make. Tell a good fucking story. And I'm really satisfied with where it is right now already. I still have to go back and I have to polish things. I have to make it as good as it's going to. Have I left room for a possible new chapter if I want without changing things to make a reason? I mean, it is going to lead directly into Lamentations. There is more than enough room for new chapters. And Wisdom is a prequel, so like there's the things that are hinted at in Revelation. There are things that will be hinted at in Lamentations. And Wisdom is going to have to take that into account, and Wisdom is going to have to also not break the events of Revelation and Lamentations. So, you know, that's another challenge. But Lamentations is an interesting beast, because thinking about writing that, there's just a lot of really somber things. And I feel like Lamentations, the inspiration there is, I want to shove it in Neil Druckmann's face like, this is how you write a tragedy, you fucking hack. Like, this is how you do it without destroying your characters, without making people hate you. This is how you do it, and make people feel things they didn't realize they wanted to feel. At least that's my hope. We'll see how well I do. I might fuck it up even worse, who knows? But my inspiration is to be able to tell Neil Druckmann to go fuck himself. I mean, I tell him that all the time anyway, but, I mean, like, to be able to do so with receipts, with something I can hold up, like, look at this. Oh, you wrote a story with tragedy, did you? Oh, well, so did I. Well, let's see who enjoys seeing their characters go through this versus who enjoys seeing your characters go through that. Wow. It appears there are ways you can do this well and ways that you don't. and do worse compared to Neil Breen. I'm not sure who that is. You see, the problem is I'm not a reader. But I am still absolutely 100% sure that Amy Hennig was responsible for like 90% of the writing in Last of Us. Thank you, Tafalo. Thank you, thank you. But it's like there's so much I want to do. I think one of the funniest things I have, get tired of sequels and do crap, like somehow Palpatine is still alive. Yeah, somehow Palpatine survived. Just fuck it. Don't explain it, because that would require, like, writing skill. Just leave it open-ended, because viewers will think of something and they'll really like what they think of it, and they'll discuss it between each other about what it could be. It was like, no, you just phoned it the fuck in. Like, this, no one's gonna want to do your job for you. People can discuss things and have theories, and that can be fun, but you still have to do your fucking job. And Wisdom is an interesting, fun one because, like I said, it's the prequel. I know a lot of things that go on. I know I'll be introducing a lot of characters and a lot of concepts. And also, there is, like, I don't have to tell you this because it's already there in the demo. During the events of Revelation, it begins right as the Neo-Reformation is enacted. Which means that in Wisdom, which takes place 30 years before Revelation, the Neo-Reformation has not happened yet. So I'm going to have to take that into account with how things go at the convent. So that's another little bit of an interesting little challenge there. It's going to be interesting because it'll be a nice way of showing Edenford, but like, here's the place you know, but here's how different it was. One of the main challenges set out in Wisdom is literally designed with the idea of, can I write a story with a literal Mary Sue and it still be a very fucking good story? Now, one of the ways... Hey, thank you for the Prime sub, Lady Knight. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, welcome in. Sorry for the stealth stream. No, one of the ways that I seek about making sure that I can actually have a... Like, the angle I'm going with to how to have a Mary Sue in the story and it actually work is a pretty simple one that I think does very well to actually help in that regard. She's not the main character. She's definitely Mary Sue. Her name is literally Sister Mary Susanna, but she's not the main character. I guess maybe technically they wouldn't necessarily count because they're not a self-insert either, but, you know, that's not necessarily what people mean by it anymore. Hurt or something, if they get hurt or something like that, need help with something, anything, the idea of Mary Sue is gone. Not necessarily. Like, one of the traits of Mary Sue from the original Mary Sue is that they die for the greater good. It's they sacrifice themselves. They're otherworldly beautiful. Everyone loves them. They're great at everything, but they have to die to preserve things. Now, that's not usually done in what most modern tellings of characters, where they're like, hey, this character's a Mary Sue, I don't like them. There's, like, none of them who die. So, I'm going about a classic style here. And don't worry, the fact that Susanna dies is spoiled in Revelation anyway. So, it's just not something that's like, oh my god. This is going to be very fun. A lot of things to explore, a lot of themes. There's just so much I want to write about. Is this guy? I guess it is. That's where it comes from. Is just like people always say, like, well, often say that one of the things that makes a great writer is a traumatic childhood. And it's like, well, why the hell didn't I try sooner? But at the same time, it's not like I haven't been through some shit in my life, and it's like I've self-insert Mary Sue are very badly written most of the time. At least Alice was stopped several times from Resident Evil. Yeah. Yeah. But it's like that is where I fail the Mary Sue test, is that Susanna is not a self-insert. Though, if you ask Poulter, Amata is a self-insert. Like, what's this blonde? What's this nun over here with the brown hair and the glasses? It's like, that's Sister Mary Amata. She likes to read. Oh, does she? Does okay. James Cameron did it with aliens in Terminator 2. Sure, you can do it. Yeah, that's kind of a thing. It's like, it's not like this can't be done. Oh. Move your ass, SCS paper. Or SES. SS paper. What are you stopping for? What are you stopping for? What are you stopping for? Go! Jeez. Let's drive. Yay, beer. And now let's drop this off. Okay, we'll just keep these going for a little bit longer. Take one nap and we should be able to get this going. Okay, okay. Just move your ass, man. Oh, it's still red. Is it? You go? Okay, it's green. Okay. Go, 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 go. Okay. Whew. Yeah, you go over there. Oh no. No, don't you frickin' no. No, we're going. Okay, we're going anyway. Fuck it. Hey, we're fine. They didn't mind. How nice. But I was torn between trying to stream some truck simming tonight because it's been so long and I like to get in some truck simming just to feel regular. Or the other option was to do vibe coding, but it's like I could stream that under game dev, but once you bring out the AI fucking shit, people are going to be kind of upset. It's kind of like if I was streaming under, you know, pets and animals, and it's just I'm working at PETA or something like this. No one's gonna be happy. But I recently got on combos.ai. Or is it combos.fun? Well, combos AI, whatever the hell it is. They got the one thing they were offering, like, hey, would you like unlimited tokens for game generation for a week? And if you make 2 games, you'll get unlimited tokens for a fucking month. How about that? And I'm like, Yeah, okay. So, I nabbed that, and there's been a couple of things I've been just messing around with. Seeing how well they could do. I'm still working on the same project I was already working on combos, though, because, like, I tried to see about expanding out to some other ideas, but I always kind of run into the same problem of vibe coding being fucking awful. No, we gotta sleep the next time we get a chance to sleep. Fortunately, that's not too far from here. What is this? 40, 60? What is this shit? Decide how fast I can go. Yeah, that's a very harsh angle to try and do this. Let's just take it this way. Hopefully no one's on the oncoming lane. Yeah, we're good. Now, if I could drive a little longer before I have to sleep, that'd be great, but can I? No. Yes! 37 minutes? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just get a little bit more time before we have to sleep. We'll have plenty of time. Because I gotta worry about how much time I am alert and awake for dropping this off. And it's like 9 hours, and it's like, if I have a traffic jam or something, I'm fucked. And the other spot has a gas station too, and we should probably fill up while we're there. They still haven't released the new patch yet. 40, you sons of bitches. And like I've been trying to see about getting a few game ideas I've had for decades vibe coded, and generally speaking, it doesn't fucking work, and it's annoying as hell. Like Blast Run, you'd think that would be simple. It's like, hey guys, I'm running down a fucking hallway. I'm shooting aliens that shoot at me. I save people who need saving. This is a level-based game as a start and a finish. I got some parkour going on as I run. And it's generally a very fast-paced, literal run-and-gun kind of thing. Blast Run. Oh my god, if I did, like, there is no way to get vibe coding to understand, like, I don't want it to be an endless runner. I don't want it to be a straight fucking hallway with no deviation. I desperately need you to fucking understand this. Vibe coding, like, nah, we don't understand shit. Oh, that reminds me. There is a thing that's been 79 euro cents a fucking liter. Booyah! It's a fucking great. Where the hell are we? Great gas prices here. We're just outside of Blastjok and Kaunas and Kaliningrad. Okay, wherever the hell this is, I love their gas prices. Okay. It's gonna be difficult to get this to our target space, so let's just drop it there and sleep. Oh, I'm trying to find a place to. Okay. Okay. Oh, frickin'. I'm not trying to stop the engine. I'm trying to get the damn thing to... Frickin' air brakes just keep fucking me up. Oh. I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh, I gotta pick up my stuff again. I knew I had to pick it up again. I was just trying to... I was just thrown off by the GPS. It's like blast run. I figure that should be simple and easy, and I can't ever seem to use AI vibe coding to make anything that's not an absolute abhorrent piece of pile of shit. So you know that's a bit of a problem. Alternatively, there's then. Oh, I was like, hey, let me try Robo-Dolphin. See if I could just make a simple little platformer. I mean, that's not necessarily a simple platformer, but it's a platformer, so, you know, it shouldn't be that hard to understand. Oh, God, if you ever tried to convince AI to make you a platformer, you know how fucking terrible it is that it's technically a platformer. You have a jump button, you go up and down, you go on platforms. But oh my God, is it not even of the quality of the Atari 7800? Or 2600, come to think of it. Aye. It's a big hat you got there. God dang old frickin' tight ass. Alright, there were people in the oncoming lane when I was coming. I couldn't do this maneuver. Oh, it's my favorite time, fellas. It is my favorite time of all. It's band time. Boom. The body count rises. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm gonna go 60. 20, you son of a... Okay. I'm fine. Okay. Now then. So, I tried Blast Run, didn't work. Tried Robo Dolphin, didn't work. I sat down today, like, okay. Now, here's an idea I had a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Let's see if I can vibe code this up. A little racing game that I like to call Extreme Hyperboard. A hyperboard is a very specific piece of technology. It's based on something that I designed when I was really young. I just really like the word hyper. Maybe it was because of hypersonic, I don't know. But effectively a hyperboard is a hoverboard. The design is based on something that I really wish I could build because I'm curious as to whether or not it would actually work. There are things that people have made that are similar with today's technology, but mostly it's just drones they stand on. And a hyperboard is a similar concept, but not really. But nevertheless, I got my design for the hyperboard, I got Extreme Hyperboard, I got all that stuff going. I tried to see about putting that together in AI vibe code and stuff. And guess what else didn't fucking work? However, amidst all of this, there is something that I have been putting together in it that does actually kind of work. And it's hilarious because it's also the thing that's... It goes viral on Twitter every now and again, like not my one, but a AI-generated video of a game of this design. And it goes viral on Twitter, and people are like, this looks awesome, and then other people come back with, it's an AI video and nothing could possibly look like that. Just stop being stupid. And, well, I was like, you know what? These are some very simple things you could use to actually make something that does look like this. And I decided, fuck it, let me try that in AI coding. And AI has actually gotten that kind of right. So I've been working on polishing that up to be something. And it's been doing pretty good. I still have a ways to go in order to actually make it truly shine, but it's been through its prototype stage, it's been through so many iterations as I've been trying to just iterate and iterate and get it to actually look how it's supposed to, play how it's supposed to, and run semi-decently. Now, I also feel like it would be a lot easier to do if I was just putting it together in Unreal. But, nevertheless, it is the one thing that I've been trying to put together that is actually kind of working. Like, it might be possible if I just make the system, like, make Blast Run work eventually. It might make something a lot better than it currently has in there. But, yeah, right now it ain't. $50 streak lady night. Wow. That's a lot of streaks. That's a lot of streaks. Oh, yeah. So I was thinking, like, since I have like effectively unlimited tokens to play with right now, it might have been interesting to do a vibe coding night, but I don't know. It's mostly you tell the AI what you want. It tells you, I understand completely. It goes through its compiling phase. You can see what it's thinking at the time. 9 times out of 10, it's thinking, I'm gonna do something different. Fuck this guy. And then it spits out the thing, and hopefully it works, and sometimes, very frequently, it doesn't. But yeah, that reminds me, there's a little, like, Claude AI has been used for coding much more recently, because Claude is a lot better of a model at large data sets. It's probably where all the RAM went. And a thing that went viral recently is a GitHub little set of commands specifically for Claude Code, designed explicitly to make it stop being fucking stupid. So it won't just change shit you didn't tell it to change. So it actually tries to write things efficiently instead of being like an idiot. So, you know, it only does what you ask it to, no more, and no less. It does what you ask it to. It doesn't fucking just say, fuck you, I'm gonna ignore that. Like, all these very basic things you'd think would have been just kind of standard in a coding large language model, but, you know. Vibe coding is asking the AI, hey, could you make this? It tells you, sure, and then it doesn't. So that's why I'm really surprised that the sprite scaling open world RPG has actually fucking worked. I've got like 5 or 6 towns, and then there's the evil lair, dungeon, castle. I gotta get it to, like, I told it, like, the scaling needs to be harder for the enemies, but I feel like it could be harder still. It is harder than it was, but, you know, it's still very easy to grind up a few levels early on and just steamroll absolutely everything. Ugh. And I'm gonna have to work extra hard to get the art style right, because Combos really loves its basic as fuck paper cutouts. What? Wait. What? No, bad. Why always you fuck me? No. Oh, here's coming, here's coming, here's coming. Oh! Jesus! I didn't have enough time to deal with your bullshit! Oh. Like, I got 7 hours until I gotta go to sleep, and I got 6 hours to deliver this. Or 6 hours until I have to deliver this. I had 6 hours to get there. And 10 hours to deliver it, so I can't sleep again. Oh, well, I didn't need those signs. Eric through dungeons and quests. His birthday was yesterday. He turned 21. Nice. Nice, nice. I was gonna ask, is he enjoying World of Warcraft? But at the same time, I'm like, if he's running with you, he's very deep into the game. He's probably enjoying it. The one funny thing with when I was trying to vibe code Extreme Hyperboard, oh fuck you! I was slowing down. When I was trying to vibe code Extreme Hyperboard, it didn't work well at all, but for some reason one of the things that did work was my wheel. Like I've just had this hooked up to the computer for a while, and it was reading it just fine, and like my turning was turning, but the back button, or the options button, what do you want to call it? I don't know. A back option select. The select button. That was accelerate, and the start button was brake and reverse. And I'm like, okay, but the wheel turned left and right. Analog, like it had its full thing. It was perfectly fine. Oh my god, it's a bit odd. Doesn't exactly feel right flying a hyperboard with a wheel, but well, whatever. Flying a Cessna with a wheel is one thing. Flying a hyperboard? No. Oh, why did you think that? There we go. Oh, how many fucking roundabouts? Okay. We're fine. We only have 320 kilometers to go to deliver this. Zoom, boom, 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 boom. Okay. I got another idea for a game, but I don't know if it's like it might work with a little vibe coding, but I am kind of doubtful simply because every time I ask for platforming kind of stuff, that's somehow terrible. vibe coding. I mean, most things are terrible vibe coding, but like platforming has a tendency to be astonishingly awful. Just like if you asked it to do a sim racing kind of scenario and it gave you an, I don't know, a puzzle game. Just like, the platforming of the one idea I have isn't necessarily strong platforming. Hello, Astro Dagger. Hello, hello. Well, I'm alive. It's the classic. I have somehow survived. Tales of my death have been greatly exaggerated. Or, well, you know, exaggerated a bit. Unfortunately, my camera's fucked, as you can see. Plug it into my computer freaks out saying, oh my god, there's some huge error that we can't fix and you're gonna have to format all your drives so we can try and see if it works. And I'm like, I ain't about to format all the fucking hard work I've been doing. What are you, nuts? I didn't realize I was on my second beer. That's right, everyone's going faster than me. I'm not going the speed limit. Here we go. 3 hours and 38 minutes to get there, 5 hours until I conk out. We're good. Yeah, it's just nice to drive. What the fuck is that flashing light? 70, yeah. 70. The speed limit's 80 here. What's the flashing light for? Like, hey. It's freaking me out. Like, I'm about to get a fine again. Oh, it's fine. No fine. Daijoubu. fucking god damn fucking train. Go, go, just drive on faster. Considerably faster. Now it's 80 here. Okay, yeah, sure. Ooh, that is some serious traffic behind us. They're holding up the line something fierce. Bus stop now for the coaches expansion. People be waiting at the bus stops. Driving people. Which bus? How far away the coaches expansion is. I feel like Road Trip in American Truck Sim is soon. Like, Illinois really feels like it's right around the corner, and once Illinois is there, that's Route 66. The American Truck Sim is gonna be like there's some kind of historical, actual, like respected, honorable shit being done with that. And Route 66 is the obvious go-to for the first mission of Road Trip mode. So, drive faster, you bastard. So I see Road Trip coming soon on American Truck Sim. But I'm not certain about coaches in Euro Truck Sim. Hello, White Mouse. Hello, hello. Good morning. Where the hell are you? It is, I guess technically, no, where I'm at, it's still technically PM. I'm used to staying up till like 7 in the morning, so it throws me off sometimes. More buses, more bus stops, all these bus stops. Faraway land of Europe. Well, technically, so am I. 127 kilos to go. I never asked. They weigh the trucks in tons. I never thought to ask. Are those metric tons? Am I hauling metric fuck tons? .35 a.m. That clears things up better. I'm trying to do the math on my fingers, and I have a beer in one hand and the steering wheel in the other. Yeah, it's hard to figure because I don't really know European time too well. I did way back when, but it was for a brief moment when I was living in Pennsylvania, which is a different time zone than now, and it was only comparing it to time in Finland, so it's not really the most useful thing to have in your mind, and I don't have it anymore, so there you go. remember in Finnish is like the word tervetuloa, which of course you never ever use in any circumstance. Had a dream where I was arguing with Mike from Breaking Bad. The surnames can refer to negative stuff too, not just positive, and then he was passionately explaining his design for testing setup, proving that proximity of a Pokemon can improve a person's ESP ability. That is a particularly specific use case. Life Pools conquered. Congratulations. I don't think I have ever been there. I have no idea how difficult it is. Since you've been playing since about 5 years, okay, that makes sense. Don't usually have the usual hair cam. Nah, we had all kinds of problems with the camera today, which really sucks because my hair's really nice right now. I just took a shower, I just got my hair did. I look pretty, okay? But, unfortunately, my computer thinks that when my camera's attached, there's some horrible fucking failure that Windows Defender is freaking out about, and it has no idea what it could possibly do, and it suggests formatting every drive to try desperately to get these pieces of hardware to function as a computer again. Or I could unplug my webcam. Braided Shadow? No braids. People have wanted to braid my hair forever. Frickin'. And like, oh, by the way, you're in a city now. Drop from 90 to 50. I'm like, okay. Not in city. Does that go from... Yeah, that goes back from 50 to 90. Okay. God damn. Ooh, Marianne G made me 12 G's. Jesus. Experiences this week's WoW software. Thanks to a new computer that is out of date. 106 in about first week in November. Trust me, Bliss, not out of date. No worry, drivers. You gotta love when they don't recognize new hardware, so they just assume that it is too old to recognize. I think when you try to play any, like, Fallout 3 or New Vegas, they both are like, we don't recognize your card. We set everything to minimum. It's like, I'm rocking a 4080 here. Well, I'm not, but Poulter is. I'm rocking a 4060 Ti. Just pop with the last patch? Jesus Christ. Alright, we discovered Tartu. Hails to the yes. Spent 3 hours trying to troubleshoot. I spent like a half hour screaming at my computer trying to figure out why the hell it kept restarting and not wanting to use my webcam until I just unplugged my webcam and everything worked fine except I didn't have a webcam anymore. Ah, fuck you. Come on, Betsy, come on, Betsy! No, why you got it, no, yeah, my turn, asshole. Anyway. Hey, here we are. We have made it. Get more potatoes, don't crash anywhere, BRB. I shouldn't crash, I just gotta park this thing. More potatoes. I Ireland. That's Ireland, isn't it? Of course it's Ireland. He came in here like, top of the morning to you, laddie. Wait, I'm not allowed to fucking put it something? Okay. I know there's like a config file I can change to be able to park more complicated trailers, but fuck. That's still not exactly an easy spot with everything. Like, I gotta put it in there, which means effectively. Like, to be able to do that logistically, I should pull over here. Then turn this baby around. And oh, what the fuck? That's not good. It did not turn around right. Okay, we're fine. Okay. Oh, good work. I only caused a few accidents. 1.3% damage. And we leveled up. And there we go. We have all of our skill points. Means we can find a... Okay, good. There's a spot right there we can see about fixing things up and getting a nap. And we can see, because now that we've got the level to have the final skill point, we have also all the levels we need to have as many all of the upgrades that matter, really. Like, and all of the non-cosmetic ways in which we can make Betsy a more badass, bigger Betsy than ever. Come there, excuse me! Woohoo! Okay. A little damage, never hurt anybody. I mean, technically it did. There we go. Like a glove. Well, I mean, just move it because they don't have a webcam either. See you, Tristan. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, let's fix things up. We got 500 thou. Let's see what if there's anything bigger or better. I got the biggest engine we can. And, okay, so we are pretty much, yeah, I was right that this is like this is effectively final Betsy we got here anyway. But while we're here, what the hell? This is air freshener. Just the plates, I guess. A sandwich. Wonderful. What's a little pink handbag? How nice. I got names. Got a little cowboy here. Got an American flag here. There's a lot of flags. How many countries are there? Liberia, damn it. There we go. Yeah, just dragging, why not? Fuck it. Skull, just fucking. Okay, that's just a chair right there in my face. And I can't move now. Awesome. We'll confirm that. All right. Like, I got the plate there and the sandwich off the plate. It's way over there. And there we go. Yeah. Whew. I think that's... Yeah. I know I started late today, but... Well, taking the headset off doesn't really matter. No one can see my face. That's about the time I think I got... Starting late does not mean that I suddenly am not tired. But yeah. Thank you all for joining. I've been Shado. And remember, El Gato doesn't necessarily make the highest quality products. Let's see. Where do we got any rateables we are looking at? Oh yeah, Good Game is playing some. Thank goodness you're here. I saw Poulter watching him earlier, and it looks like an interesting little. Okay, never mind. He's playing some Escape from Tarkov. Or is he? Did he just close it? What happened? I'm confused. Okay, let's go back to browser. Who else we got? Okay, PSU Love Me just started on Boku no Natsuyasumi, catching some bugs. So, it'd be like, hi, how's it going? Enjoying the bug catching. Mushi tatemasu? と思います。休みなさい。